Today I'm going to be working on a 7-day challenge from Jenniebelli, and I have watched Jenniebelli's channel since the day that I signed on to YouTube. So I decided to join in on this 7-day challenge. What it is she is only going to work on 3 pages. I decided I'm going to work on 4. And I do not have my backgrounds prepped yet, so I'm going to be doing that as a part of my intro in the fast forward. But what you do is you have this little baggie. She recommends to have a little bag, so I found this one that I got at Michael's. It's a fleur-de-lis stamped on a little canvas bag. And then, look at this Ladies' Aid family cookbook from the Capitol Drive Lutheran Church in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I got this at an estate sale. I probably paid a nickel for it. It's falling apart. But I thought that I would pull a page out of here, something that I probably wouldn't cook on my own. There's a lot of handwritten recipes. Look at this. I'm going down a rabbit trail, but look, there's a handwritten recipe for 2 dozen butter cookies. And I saw another one in here. I kind of like to find those little handwritten recipes tucked in these books. These patterns are tucked in there. These are needlework patterns. Oh, here. Something I probably would not make. Ham and noodle casseroles. Dinner in a dish. Meat casseroles. I'm going to pull this page out because I'm going to work on it. And what I'm going to do, what Jenniebelli recommends doing, is choosing seven items to work with. So and write them down on paper. So I'm going to do that on this recipe page. Maybe I'll write them wonky like this, catty corner to the text. Okay, I have my little bag here and my 7 days of things that I'm going to use. I already don't know what's written on which one, so I could pull one and I wouldn't know what I was pulling. So you put them in the little bag. In they go. And then on each day that I work on something, I'll pull one out. Now, Jenniebelli said that she's only going to do 3 pages. I'm going to do mine on my 8.5 by 5.5 pages because I'm getting close to the end of the year, and I have journal pages from a swap that I've been participating in all year, and I think that this will be a nice end-of-the-year project to add to those pages, and then I'll complete my 2014 journal. So I'm going to try to do, I may only do 3 videos, but I'm going to try to do the front and back of a page on each of the videos. But now what I need to do is prep the pages. And what I'm going to do to prep these pages, let me pull out my page, so I don't want to get my drop paper messy. Get out my other drop paper. I'm going to do the front and back of these with this block printing ink. Huge jar of gold block printing ink. I really do like it. It's not as iridescent, and it has more of a, I want to say, like when you walk into a printer shop and you smell those inks. That's what this smells like if you could smell it. This is screen printing ink. Let me open it here. And this is really intended to be used on fabrics, but if you look at the two, and if you can really tell if you're using them, this goes on shiny. It dries shiny and sort of like a metallic. It's very, they call it iridescent. This is what I found, the type of ink that I found in the clearance bin that got me started off on gold. And what I really like about this is I like to use it on my backgrounds. This you can write over really easily. That iridescent screen printing ink is a little bit harder to write on, especially if you're using felt markers. This I don't have a problem with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and this dries, this will dry pretty fast. I'm going to put gold backgrounds, and then I'm going to stamp with, I have some Stampers Anonymous Tim Holtz text stamps, and I'm just going to use black StazOn, and that's going to be my backgrounds. Now I'm going to fast forward through this so it won't be boring to you to watch. Okay, I have my prep work done, and I've done my introduction, and this is what I did was I'm following Jenniebelli's 7-day challenge. Put 7 little techniques or challenges in here in this little bag, and every day you're going to pull out one. I prepared my backgrounds. My pages are still a little damp. I'm going to work on my first one today yet, but I'll put that up in a separate video. But I prepped my pages with this gold block printing ink, and then I used Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous text stamps, reflections, and some black StazOn ink, and just stamped on them. Now this one will be my first page, but I'm going to put it at the last because I have something special planned for that. And I think I'll start day 1 out with this page. And I will do that in a separate video coming up.